Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Mind Theater Media podcast production. My name is Joey Johnson. I am your host and dungeon master for this evening. So, a little background about what this is. Mind Theater Media is a new multimedia production label that I'm starting. We will be doing multiple projects, but this is our flagship show, a Teen Titans re-roll, so to speak, but also in a fantasy setting. So, what does that mean? What do those human words mean? Well, good thing you asked. So, a re-roll is kind of like where we take a already existing plot line from a movie or a book or a TV series, and we will have players represent the characters from that series. And as they succeed and fail or make the same or different decisions than the characters in the show, uh, the plot will inevitably change. Um, and furthermore, this is not a strict reroll of the Teen Titans series, but a fantasy alternate universe using a lot of homebrew Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition content. So hopefully that kind of adds a bit more of a unique flavor to the podcast. Without further ado, things will be easier to understand as we get started. Without further ado, I think I will introduce our cast, our players. Paul, why don't you tell me who you're playing and one interesting fact about yourself?
I will be playing Princess Coriander, aka the Starfire, and I ate a bag of fajita meat for lunch today.
Wow, that's amazing. Hopefully that doesn't have negative repercussions while we're recording.
Oh, only positive. Always.
Amazing. And then there's someone else with you recording from your end, Krista. Who are you playing today?
Hello, I will be playing Beast Boy. Something interesting about me, I guess I ate fajita too. I ate fajita meat too. I'm dating the person next to me.
Wow, that is interesting. I wish that were me.
Yes, you do.
Amazing. Johnny, who are you playing?
I'm playing as Robin, and the reason my mic went out is because I thought something went wrong with either my computer or my headphones, so I unplugged my headphones and then realized as I took them off that I had left the mute button on.
Amazing. The classic. Yes. I'm on mute.
But yeah, it's me. Is that all I say?
One interesting thing about yourself, I guess in this case, it's you were an idiot for a second.
Yes, that's the one interesting thing about me is that I had a brain fart.
Awesome.
Also, I like let's see. I'm diabetic. That's interesting.
Wow, that's very interesting. That's what that tube thing.
Yeah, the tube thing.
Great. Next, another Jonathan. Wow, that's not going to be confusing at all. Other Jonathan, who are you playing?
Yeah, my name's Jonathan, though I guess most people here call me Johnny just to save us from some confusion, and I am playing Cyborg. And let's see a little something about myself. Well, despite popular confusion, I don't actually like cats. I just like the practical application of cats for marketing purposes and spare parts.
Great. You're giving us another reason for people to want to cancel us. That's amazing.
He's the edgy one.
He's the edgy one. Why isn't he playing like Robin or something? I don't know.
Because
it's
I'm
very
not a
fun.
pansy.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's a hot
ouch.
take.
All right.
All right. So, and last but not least, Charlie, who are you playing?
I will be playing Raven, and an interesting fact about me is that I am very bad at D&D.
Amazing. I don't see that being a problem.
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay, so now that everyone is introduced and we know what we're doing, without further ado, let us begin our episode of Teen Titans. A man suddenly appears in a colorless void. He's an older man with a bushy white mustache. He looks down at his clothes, expecting a black suit and tie, a bowler hat, and an umbrella in his hand. Instead, there's a dark helmet upon his head. He is clothed in black armor, and in his hand is a sword in a black leather scabbard. He frowns and addresses me. "This is not the usual arrangement. That worries me." I laugh and respond, "If you're really that attached to the bowler hat, you can have that instead." He sighs. "You know that isn't what I mean. The aesthetic change is comparatively trivial, especially since I always found this iteration rambunctious to begin with." "Oh, you're referring to it being an RPG instead of a written or broadcast media?" "Naturally. Too many elements with their own free will increases the risk of things going horribly wrong." "Oh, but that's what makes it so exciting. It's their world to do with what they please. Not even I know what will happen next. And besides, if they break things too much, that's why you're here, isn't it?" The older man grumbles, but then says, "Fine. Shall we get on with setting the scene?" "Please, after you." The man reaches out a hand, and the white void turns to deepest black. Suddenly, lights begin to sparkle in the darkness, stars igniting into life. Matter churns and swirls, condensing into trillions of planets. From those planets, water appears, plants, animals, then intelligent life. Time speeds to a breakneck pace, civilization develops until the world arrives in the present. But it's different. It's a world from our childhood, filled with heroes and nostalgia and hope. With a swipe of his hand, the mustached man strips this world down to a wireframe model. From seemingly nowhere, he produces a stack of books with black and red designs that you've probably seen before. They float freely above his hand, opening, the pages turning. He snaps his fingers and a paintbrush and easel appear. He shakes the books vigorously, and from their pages fall all manner of fantasy staples. Knights, dragons, mages, fae, fiend, undead, and many others. They all fall onto the easel, squirming helplessly. He takes his brush, and as he presses against them, they turn to paints of various colors. After a moment, the man seems satisfied with the color selection before him, and lifts his brush to the world. The blank wireframe begins to gain volume and vibrancy, a new skin it hadn't before. And so the man continued to paint until the following scene came to be. Episode 1: Final Exam. In the Kingdom of the United States of America, the year of our Lord 2003, in Jump City, on an island, shortly off the coast, sits a mighty keep made of stone with many strong glass-blown window panes. The building is oddly shaped, a perfect representation of the 20th letter of the alphabet. Inside the uppermost and center portion of the tower, a hulking warforged with some human elements seems to be desperately searching for something in a cluttered sitting area. A diminutive half-orc boy ineffectually tries to help. In another corner, a light gray-skinned tiefling sits attempting to read a book, which is floating freely before her and engulfed in a dark light. Cyborg, you have been desperately trying to find the remote to the illusion and scrying projector. Beast Boy is trying to help, but you're pretty sure he's the one who lost it, given how he has already lost one of your video games, your football, and your waffle iron. Please make either an investigation or a perception check at disadvantage, since this would technically be a repeated attempt.
Beast Boy, where'd you put that thing? I rolled
I didn't have it. I don't know. You're the one who is using it.
I rolled a 6, by the way.
Oh, amazing.
Damn it, Beast Boy! You had it last.
No,
Go down
you
to
had
something.
it last.
Turn into a dog. Sniff it out. Come on.
Okay, fine. I'll turn into a dog.
Okay. You turn into a dog. Yes, you have advantage on things based on smell. However, I'll say everything, but that it will not apply. It will just be a straight roll because everything is kind of peculiarly stinky to you at the moment. Mostly coming from the kitchen area, and it makes it hard for you to pick out the scent of the remote. So just give me a straight roll.
You know, this would be a whole lot easier if everything had its own distinct smell. Beast Boy, we should make everything have their own smell.
Can't talk, I'm a dog.
Amazing.
You bark once
I
for
rolled a
yes,
14.
you woof 3 times for no.
Woof.
All right, you rolled a 14.
Yep.
You are sniffing around, but you are not quite sure where the remote is.
I changed back. I can't find it. How am I supposed to distinguish the smell of people's hands on a remote? We touch everything.
Well, maybe we have to be more intentional about it. We have to remember where we put things. And if we know we're not going to remember things, we need to put little smells on them. You're a dog, figure it out.
I start looking in the fridge for the remote.
Okay. You start heading towards the fridge for the remote. Raven, you've been trying to read in another corner of the room, and their obnoxiousness is particularly vexing.
Yeah, I look pretty annoyed, and I guess I finally speak up, and I'm like, "Be quiet! I'm trying to read."
Great.
We wouldn't be talking so much if we would find the remote and we could watch our show. Why don't you help us?
Have you checked the bathroom?
Change back. I'll go check the bathroom.
Okay, so you're going to go off to the bathroom to check the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, well, there are probably at least 5 bathrooms in this building. So
I'll check the one
which
closest to the television.
Okay. So you start to head towards the door. At this point, the door actually opens, and Robin and Starfire step out. And Starfire, you are just finishing explaining to Robin the secret to lightspeed travel.
First, you have to understand perpetual motion. After that, it's all very easy.
Robin.
Okay. Does Robin have anything to
Uh,
say?
okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mute myself again. I see. I'll have to have you in the shop sometime, and maybe I can put some improvements on. Shoot, do we have a car at this point?
You don't have a car. You have you have a ship though, a submarine slash spaceship.
Yeah. I've legitimately forgotten the name of that, whatever it's called, as a player.
I think it's the
The
T
The
ship.
That T-ship.
the T-ship. Yeah.
When in doubt, something.
Yeah.
New remote.
I'll have to have you down in. Yeah, I'll have to have you down into in the mechanic shop so I can write down some notes and make some modifications to the T-ship.
We will have you breaking
Thanks,
the laws
Starfire.
of time and space in no time.
Awesome. And so Beast Boy is there before you guys. Like they essentially bump into you as you are walking out.
Guys, have you seen the remote?
I make an investigation check to see if I can find the.
I'm just
Okay.
I'm angrily pacing back and forth.
Okay. Yeah. Make an investigation check. Also, you guys, it's probably nearing lunchtime, and you are probably all getting somewhat hungry.
I say, did you check the refrigerator?
I did.
That's a
That
16
was
on
the first place I
investigation.
looked.
The last
Hey,
time
I
I
need
saw the
food.
remote, it was in the refrigerator.
16 on investigation. You look around. You look around. You think about where things might be, but you find that the I mean, investigation is sort of like you like investigating like, okay, where would it make sense for a remote to be, and using your smarts to figure
Okay,
that out.
so I guess instead of investigation, then can I make a I guess either like a wisdom or perception check to see like to figure out like who would have put it where?
Well, your investigation would serve to that, but it's just everything is sort of chaos. There's no method to it. Where you would think things would
Okay.
be, are they're covered with other
Yeah.
things. But you're looking around and you think you have a bead on it. But did someone say they were checking the refrigerator?
Yes, I remember seeing the remote in the refrigerator. Additionally, I know my friends and I recognize their temperament, and it is what we call the hangry.
The
So,
hangry.
Hey, I'm coming with
I
you.
shall go to
He's
the
opening the fridge.
refrigerator
I'm
to try
opening the
and
fridge.
Okay, one at a time, please.
I was speaking. I'll go to the refrigerator and try to find the remote there.
I'll go back to the living room.
Okay, and Cyborg is also heading to the fridge. You like to
Yeah.
cook, so you're probably, if you can't find the remote for TV, you probably want to like stress cook something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so you guys, you head to the refrigerator. Starfire heads to the refrigerator. Cyborg not far behind. You open the refrigerator and you see just covering all the food in the whole refrigerator. And you guys have a pretty big refrigerator because it has to accommodate all of you. It's just covered with all of this like gross, drippy, moldy goo, blue goo. And Starfire, as you like stick your head in there, one of the bits of goo moves a little bit and kind of lets out a little shriek.
Can I interject?
Sure.
I scream, "Oh, it's the amoebas again!" and I run to my room.
It's the amoebas again.
I say, I look delighted, and I say, friends, you have cultivated your own Californian slugweed. We shall put it on all the crackers.
What?
For the rest of you guys, this is an absolutely abhorrent sight.
I want to go vomit.
I put some of it on a cracker.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I start taking
No.
There already is some of it on the crackers. So,
I eat one.
yeah. Make a Constitution save.
That is 29, baby.
Yes, because you have like stupidly high Constitution. Yeah, you're fine. It doesn't. It tastes a little strange, but kind of in a. It could be an acquired taste.
A rare delicacy. Friend Raven, would you like some?
No.
Alrighty. Well, for most of you, all the food in the building is ruined, so you guys will probably need to restock the food, which means either going to the grocery store, which usually takes a long time. You have to clear your schedules for the day. And no one likes doing it because you're all teenagers. I mean, maybe Cyborg likes doing it. Or going out to eat somewhere.
pizza.
I
Guys, who wants pizza?
immediately popped my head out from my room where I was hiding for a second. I'm like, pizza?
Pizza.
Let's go!
Okay.
I'll take the D-Bird!
I will.
I do
was
like
satisfied
pizza.
with
I
the
will also
accommodations, but I
run over for
suppose
some pizza.
that I suppose that I could use some pizza. I take some of this stuff and like put it shovel it into like a little shopping bag and bring it with me.
Okay. It squirms in protest, but you are too strong.
Like when their food fights back.
It's fresh.
Alrighty, so you guys are headed out to go get some pizza. There's a very famous spot in the middle of town that is actually shaped like a pizza wedge, where they have like a stone fired pizza, and you can sit outside.
Nice.
That's the place you go the best. Although you could go somewhere else if you want to.
When we get to wherever this pizza place is, I will be ordering a cheer wine. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. The services. Yes, of course. One cheer wine. What else can I get you guys to drink today?
I want 3 bottles of Coke, 1 bottle of Sprite, and a Mountain Dew.
All right. And what for you? For whoever that is.
To drink, I will have the anchovies and the mushroom and the pineapple buffalo sauce.
Ignore her. Just get her like a fruit, something fruity.
Or water.
I'll have Mountain Dew.
Just a soda water, please.
Alrighty. The soda water and the Mountain Dew and a water. All right. That I'll be right back. Unless you all are ready to order your food.
Alright, we decided on pizza.
I will take
I'm not getting pepper.
as much
I'm
meat
not
as
eating meat.
possible.
No.
I want
No, I'm not
barbecue
eating
chicken. I want grilled beef.
And pepperoni
I want
and sausage.
Dude, I
pepperonis.
put into those. I don't eat them.
All right, we'll get you eggs. Eggs don't count.
I just have cheese. Cheese is fine. Cheese pizza. Maybe
Really?
vegetables.
Cheese is fine? Cheese is extorted from the udders of poor and helpless cows.
Okay, question: is Beast Boy vegan
I
or
don't think-
vegetarian?
I think he's just.
Wikipedia said
Okay,
vegetarian,
sure.
not vegan.
Yeah.
God stepped in and tried to make
Tofu
Beast Boy
pizza.
vegan.
Milk.
You resist, Beast Boy. You resist.
Mac and cheese tastes too good.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to railroad you. It's your character. Okay.
I tried to avoid it, but
Alrighty. So, so she collects your orders. Unless anyone else had anything specific they wanted on their pizza.
I'll take a double pepperoni.
Right.
Mushrooms, please.
That's all right.
Extra hot sauce.
Oh, okay. We serve wings as well. I guess I can get the hot sauce from the wings and
No.
just have the cook.
Put the wings on the chicken, on the pizza.
Okay. Yeah, we can do a wings pizza. Do you want that boneless?
Oh, no. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Put the chicken
Extra
wings
crunchy.
on the pizza right now.
Okay, yes, sir, Mr. Cyborg. And she seems very intimidated by your status, and she scuttles away to fill the order.
Something I said.
is she cute?
Cute. Cute check.
Is she hot?
How old is she?
Cute check. She is probably like a college student. Yeah, she's pretty cute. She's like a college student, probably works there part-time.
Very good.
So she's older.
Is Beast Boy into that? Apparently, he likes mature women.
I see. Well, so as you guys are waiting for your food to arrive, suddenly you hear a scream. You hear a scream, and you hear someone go, "Someone save that baby!" And you all turn and look, and you see out in the center of town, there's a carriage in the middle of town, and you hear these faint cries, something, I don't know. And you, from the top of the hill, come barreling down. There's an out of control city transport. Which, for a little context in this fantasy universe, there are things that are essentially equivalent to cars that either run off of steam or fire element. Cyborg knows that it's usually involves a small dependent on the machine and the strength of the enchantment, an opening to either the to a plane of existence associated with the power source. So, like a little portal that opens to the elemental plane of fire or the elemental demi-plane of steam, just depending on the power source for the machine. And there are also anti-gravity flying crystals and things like that. So essentially, it is still a bus that is barreling down the out of control down the hill, the ridiculously steep hill, towards the little center square in town. What would you guys like to do?
Can I catapult? Can I use catapult spell on Beast Boy?
Catapult on Beast Boy. Let me see. I don't know if it. Let me double check to see if it can affect creatures.
No, it says it has to be an object between 1 and 5 pounds.
Yeah, it has to be an object.
Oh,
Well, I can move.
Wait,
Can I use telekinesis to lift the baby carriage up
Yes,
into
you,
the sky? And out of harm's
Indeed.
way.
So just from like where you're sitting, you just like kind of like lazily like grab it and move it. Yeah.
As Metreons does.
So suddenly the kind of in the shock of some of the people watching, the baby carriage is like wrapped in like this dark eldritch energy and is moved telekinetically to a safe position. Are you just moving it somewhere else in the somewhere else in the square? Are you bringing it to you guys at the table? What are you doing with it?
I guess I lift it into the air until the bus passes, and then I kind of move it over onto a sidewalk.
For everyone else, the bus is still barreling down and will probably slam into the point of the truck.
Oh yeah, I'm
okay.
totally
Yeah,
running in that direction. I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm
I'll
gonna
Okay.
jump down and turn into
Yeah,
a gorilla.
guys, I can fly at 120 like speed. So like, but whatever you were about to do, I'm already there.
as this all
Yes,
as we're all doing this, I will shout "Titans go!" And also use the dash action to move towards the bus.
So everyone either doesn't act at all or acts very quickly, and then Robin goes, "Titans go!" and like runs at a respectable but still pathetic pace in comparison to Starfire. And you have to like jump down off the side, or you have to like run down the stairwell as well. So it's
Well, I'm a monk,
you know,
so I
so
have
you-
extra
you-
movement speed. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
you are
still max
fast.
level. Dang it. Yeah, I run at a normal speed.
Bit you thought, but no, yes. So you run over there. So Starfire, you're flying towards the bus to stop it.
Yeah, my plan is to get like right in front of it and just like catch it straight on momentum.
Okay. Yes. Give me a strength check.
I will.
Oh, will you?
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I'll strength check the shit out of this bus.
Oh man.
And I rolled a 12.
Wow. With a plus 10, Starfire.
Which means I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down and change into a gorilla and try and help her.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you're
I'm not. Okay, she's too fast.
Yeah. So she would get there first, but
That's still doing that. Right?
okay.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we will, since we didn't catch it, we'll have it be a separate strength check. But so Starfire, you are like, I will stop this, and you fly over there and you put your hands out and you kind of forget the fact that you are flying, and you put your arms out, but you connect with like the glass window pane, and the momentum of the bus, you just go like through the bus and out the other end of the bus, and it just continues to barrel away. You could probably fly after it and try to grab it.
Is it about to hit something, or I mean, can we still catch up to it?
There's still an opportunity for you and Beast Boy to make an attempt at it. So you turn into a gorilla, a regular gorilla, a giant gorilla. What are you?
Wait a sec. Gorilla wouldn't be big enough.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna try and get inside the bus and hit the brakes.
Okay.
While he's doing this, is there like a shortcut path I can take instead of running like directly towards it? Since I'm a monk, and I like run through the side streets and stuff to cut it off.
Well, it's an open.
Well, is there like a hill or something I
center
could
of town.
like run down or do any kind of like cut off maneuver?
Can I make a shortcut through time and space to just be there?
I'm just saying, in the show, he would have.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
be in here.
You can get there. Like you'll get there. I don't know how much you can do to stop the
Well, I'm trying to.
bus once you do.
Well, I'm not trying to stop the bus. I'm trying to like see if there's anyone inside that I can like
Mhm.
use my monk abilities to like leap them out through windows to safety and then drop them off and then jump
Sure.
back in.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so that would be a perception check to see if there's anyone inside the vehicle.
All right, that's gonna be a 17.
Okay, so 17. Yes, you jump down and you kind of like as you're like jumping through the air to you look in and you see there does this the bus appears to be empty, and then you kind of like land on the ground and roll. But you very cinematically like looked into the bus as you were like jumping off a higher elevation, and
Cool.
you did not see anyone inside the bus.
Beast Boy, were you about to do something?
What? He stopped the bus, right? Or no?
No, I
was he
just looked inside of it.
Oh, I'm getting inside the bus.
Okay.
How much does the bus weigh?
The bus probably weighs a few tons, maybe a little bit more than your capacity.
Okay.
Although, I mean, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell.
Can I like try to grab just like the bumper or the back of the bus with my telekinesis?
Yes, certainly. So you can do that, and then whoever else is making a strength check to stop it, I will consider that to be giving them advantage. And then,
Joey, I'm turning into a giant ape.
okay, so you're turning into a giant ape. So go ahead and make a strength check at advantage. Well, that's a 1 either way. That's one roll. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. What's your roll one again?
I haven't rolled twice yet.
Beast Boy gets ran over.
Okay. Wait, no, that would be 11. It's plus 6. Okay, that's bad.
Okay, okay, so you try to catch this bus, and unfortunately, it goes barreling through, and it hits you, and it's going to be pretty bad for you if it slams you into the triangular point of the pizza place. So, Cyborg, give me a dexterity check to get leap into the door, like as the bus is flying through you, or you can just try to make another strength check to stop the bus.
All right, so I guess I just grab onto the side of the bus and hang on.
Yeah, so you're being pulled along with the bus. Okay, so this is gonna suck, but you're a great ape, so you might be okay. Yeah, the bus barrels through into the triangular point of the pizza-shaped building that you guys were in, and so okay, that's fairly low roll. So your great ape form, Beast Boy, takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As your weight has kind of like weighed the bus down and slowed it a bit, but you still slam into the point, and you're like, and your great ape form takes 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you guys, now the bus has stopped. It is all messed up, and you kind of have to push it off of you. And everyone is kind of like yelling and screaming, like it's a very upsetting situation in the center of town. But the bus has been stopped. Is anyone inspecting the baby carriage? It was just moved. No one has moved to like claim it. No one has been like, "Oh my God, my baby," and come to get it.
I guess I guess since I moved it, I'll go inspect it.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna investigate the bus and see if I can find anything that would
Okay.
cause it to have gone out of control.
Right, I want to know if it still works, and if not, if I can move the bus. Whether it on its just by driving it out there or pushing it.
Okay. Well,
I stare at the wreckage in shock, assuming that many have just died.
okay. All right. So one at a time.
Wait, is the pizza girl dead?
No. She was on the other side of the building, in the inside of the building, and the building is sturdy. Like, it's still fairly okay, honestly. Honestly, it's perfectly shaped to be crashed into by anything from that angle because it's a point. So, but okay. So
the magic of pizza.
So first things first, we'll go actually in the reverse order of things. So looking over the bus, it's pretty clear to you, Cyborg, that this thing is busted and you won't be able to drive it out. But you can see, now that it's not moving, it doesn't have momentum behind it. You guys, between your stronger people like you and Starfire, you could definitely move it out once you need to. So, Robin, as you step in, it's pretty messed up. Give me an investigation check to see if the bus has been tampered with at all.
All right. Oh, all right. You said investigation?
Yes, investigation.
That's going to be a 25.
Awesome. So you move in and you quickly ascertain, yes, the bus has been jury rigged so that it will. It's a little more complicated, but in essence, it's just it's been jury rigged so that it will drive forward in a direction without anyone in it. The gas pedal, so to speak, has been put down, and the steering wheel has been locked into a forward position so that it won't veer to the right or left. So as you are doing that, Raven, you approach the baby carriage and you look in, and you see kind of this bundled up little figure, but upon closer inspection, you get closer to it, it's not a human baby or anything other that lives in these lands. It is this strange little kind of stone and metal work doll or golem thing, and it kind of its eyes blink and it laughs this kind of upsetting laugh, and then explodes.
Oh, okay.
So make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I'm yelling, Beast Boy!
What? It's not Beast Boy, it's Raven. You're just still, you yell Beast Boy for no reason. You're just right there, the gorilla looks at you kind of quizzically.
All I'm saying is, I heard an explosion. I'm assuming it's
So this is where I'm bad at D&D. How do you determine a saving throw versus just your regular dex?
So you will make a roll. If you are proficient in dexterity saving throws, which I don't believe you are, you will add proficiency, but otherwise, you just roll a d20 and you add your dex modifier.
Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. 14.
Okay, ooh, that's fairly good. It explodes, so you will take half damage. It explodes, and you won't be pushed backwards, which is the main thing. It has a lot of knockback. So let me see.
When I see this explosion go off, I'm gonna make a perception check to see if there's any villainous entities nearby.
Of course. So, okay. Now, this is where I'm bad at D&D, math. Okay. Raven, you take 7 points of...
Ow.
Well, actually, it would be fire damage, so because you're a tiefling, that would be reduced to half again. So that would be... that would actually only be... 4, because you round up. So you take 4 points.
That could have killed me.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was fire, and you saved. You saved on the DC. Yeah. All right. So, oh, you rolled a 1.
I did.
No, you look around. You actually go to look around, and then suddenly this girl is down by the bus. This like teenage girl, maybe like a year older than some of you guys, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, can I get a selfie?" And you get distracted by that.
I don't take the selfie, but it does
Okay.
distract me.
She's like, "Oh, come on." Yeah, it does distract you.
Actually, it distracts me enough because I focus my attention to her and I say, "You need to get out of here. It isn't safe." And now I'm not looking around for the bad guys.
Yeah, so Robin has an extremely lawful moment and is like, "What? What are you? Get out of here!" And you do not notice anything. So as you guys are kind of like gathering yourselves after this, explosion just went off. Suddenly, you hear, "Wow, they're even worse than I thought." And you hear this laughing voice go, "That stupid monkey got squished." And you look up to over, like at the top of the hill. You see 3 figures. One is large, a hulking Goliath who seems even like more muscular than they usually are, and actually has like more hair than they usually do. He has like very respectable sideburns and longer hair. And he's wearing like this like black armor with like a gold like collar bit. And you see this girl, a drow girl. Drow in this world, they spend so much time in the light that they've evolved to not have a problem with sunlight. So you see this drow girl, she's dressed sort of gothy and has these purple hair up in this like weird bullhorn style. And then this little gnome, or you think it's a gnome, it's probably a gnome, but who could say how old they are? Who is like no facial hair, he's bald. And he has like this weird like mechanical contraption on his back, and they are just sort of laughing at you from the top of the hill. King of the hill.
It's Psy Baby.
What? Who'd you call baby?
You're a Psy Baby.
Yeah, well, you're a slut.
Your mom's a slut. How do you think you were born? Me and your mama had a Psy Baby.
Oh, don't you talk about my mama like that. Only I can talk about my mama like that. And he presses a button on his backpack thing, and these wings extend out, and this little thing of jet of flame shoots out from the back, and he's like, "Come on, let's wax these snot brains."
Yeah, is this initiative?
Yes, it will be initiative.
How close together are these
They
guys?
are constructed kind of all together at the top of the hill, which is probably about 30 feet away. So let's go ahead and position ourselves here. There we go. So they are up at the top of the hill, and the distance is probably, yeah, so about 30 feet from where Starfire is, farther
Look
from
at
the
that
rest of
guy.
you guys.
Look at that guy. He does look like a side baby.
He does. So, all right. So, yeah, go ahead and roll me some initiative.
If you've made it this far into the episode, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm sorry. As it turns out, I had my gain turned all the way up on my microphone during the recording of this first episode, and that accounts for why my sound quality in particular is so poor. The rest of us didn't have the best sound quality, I know as well. We were just getting started. It's much, much better in later subsequent episodes. So if you could stick around till then to support us in that, we greatly appreciate it. We're just getting started. So yeah. Also, we have a Patreon page. That'll be linked, and we host on Pinecast. That will also be linked, and it should connect to all of your usual podcast streaming services once I get that set up. Pinecast has a nifty thing where it has a tip jar, so you can leave us a one-time donation. You don't have to commit to a monthly payment plan on Patreon. So either way you want to give, we greatly appreciate that, and we'll only get better as you give. Everything will go to the production of the show and the inclusion of new shows. And yeah, there'll be more information about all of that down the road. So with all of that out of the way, thank you for listening. Sorry for the sound quality again, and let's get back to the episode.
I told myself I would
Alright.
pre-roll the enemy's initiative before the campaign started, like I do every time I have a campaign to DM, and I still didn't do it.
11.
How do you determine your initiative modifier?
It's your dex modifier.
It's just
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let me pull up these guys' stat blocks as well.
At this time, before we start, I will now officially shout, "Titans, go!" Before people
Awesome.
start moving this time.
Great. Alrighty.
23 for Starfire.
A 7.
Man, Googling Psy Baby does not give what I thought it would.
No.
Oh no.
Let's see.
How do you even tattoo that?
What? Oh no.
What are you Googling? Stop.
Alright, guys, are we ready? Are we ready to kill the hive?
How do we do
So,
damage to them without
have-
killing them?
I mean, you can do non-lethal damage with most things.
What?
not with-
I mean, have we decided if our party is going lethal or non-lethal?
No,
Are we
full
White
on
Hat or Black
lethal.
Hat?
I think we.
I will
Yeah, I
be
think we
shoving
talked
my
about-
quarterstaff into the throats of people and
Oh, God.
throwing my bird
Amazing.
rings up their a-holes.
I mean, I think seriously we talked about it. And there's generally a DC superhero sort of perspective on these things.
Well,
We-
you can do
obviously-
whatever you want. Just be sure I will totally go the Jump City versus the Teen Titans in court, and it will become very Phoenix Wright-esque. And I'm totally okay if the campaign goes that direction.
Objection!
Just rewatched a movie where everyone thought that Robin murdered a man in the street, and
Amazing.
he got arrested.
Yeah.
But it's not murder if they're made out of goop.
Ink.
Okay, so we got 11 for Cyborg. What were other people's?
23 for Starfire.
All right, 23 for Starfire.
I'm the tank.
What? You can't be the tank. I'm the tank.
She is better at all the strong things than you are, just by virtue
I'm the
of
guy-
being born.
I'm the guy that's big and beefy and strong, and I'm the guy that shoots things, and I'm the guy that moves fast because I have robo legs and
Nah.
crap.
Nah, your
That's
things
made
are
out of,
having a car
made out of metal.
and being conflicted about your humanity. Sorry.
What were other people's initiatives?
Mine was
Or how
7.
about 7? Great.
Sorry.
Mine was 14.
My total was
Cool.
a 7. I had a bunch of rolls because I was trying to experiment with
Wow.
the dice roll settings, and
No, wait.
I
That's
accidentally rolled a bunch of times.
Sorry, 15.
15. Okay. Well, you will still go ahead of Beast Boy because you have a higher dex.
I have no deck.
No, I was referring to Robin. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, you guys got great initiative. However, they will activate their special team move. What are special team moves? Did I just come up with this today? No, I've totally been thinking of it longer than then. Can you guys do special team moves? Perhaps that is something you will have to figure out and ask me about. So they will activate their special team move, Attack Pattern Alpha, which means that once per probably session, they can, regardless of initiative order, they can all act for the first round in a combat. They can all act simultaneously at the first point of initiative. So they will. Okay, so let's see. What movement do we got for people here? 30 feet. Okay. So, Mammoth will.
Who's Mammoth?
Oh, yeah. Who's Mammoth? The big guy will move.
You know, if I was smart, I'd go punch the girl in the face. But I feel like I have to kill the Psy baby. If there's a...
I mean, you already were insulting each other. Why not just go punch him?
I know, right?
So he's actually here. So the big guy runs towards Starfire, but he does not quite have enough movement. He will dash so that he will be there next turn. But that is his turn, and then this girl, she will move. She's gonna go for Raven. Actually, to begin with, she casts Expeditious Retreat on herself. So she basically does that, what she just did. She can do twice as much movement. So she can move another 30. Because she made a dash action. So she moves right up on Raven here. Like here. And she is going to... she will run up and do that, and then she will cast a spell on herself. Her visage starts to kind of blur and shift, and she becomes kind of hard to focus on.
Okay.
And also, I have to roll something else. I have to roll a D100. 50. So she runs forward and she casts a spell and starts to get all blurry and weird. and she yells out to taunt Raven. She goes, "Oh, your style is so draw. Like, where do you shop the?" And then suddenly, her voice cuts off, and a bunch of pink bubbles start like out of her mouth, and she's like, and she cannot speak. She cannot speak for the next minute.
I'm a little bit confused.
Oh boy.
She is a wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, magic.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yes, and so unfortunately, she can't do kick-ass taunts anymore. She just looks like an idiot. And, so that will be her turn. She used all that movement. Well, she actually didn't use a lot of movement, so she can still use her movement to get up into melee range with, because she used a dash from Expeditious Retreat. So she is right up on Raven at this point. And now, finally, the little gnome guy, he has a 60-foot fly speed with his jetpack. So he's going to fly around to here, to within 5 feet of both Robin and and Cyborg here. Yeah, he flies like here. And he flies up, and well, actually, he's also going to cast Expeditious Retreat on himself, because he has it as well. So that was just his dash movement, so he could use more later. He's going to use his Rocket to Your Back ability, and he is going to try to strap a rocket. And so he is like flown up and like over on the bus, and then he's like flying down at your guys' faces. And he pulls out this like weird contraption out of like a little pouch on his side, like seemingly like it could not fit there, but he just pulls it out of a bag. And it's like this weird rocket. Cyborg, go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
What?
Yep.
Oh, this isn't good. That's
14. 14. You are one shy of what you needed. So much like in the episode, Gizmo, he flies over you, and you're like, ah, and you like put up your hands to like try to hit him or like beat him back, but he like twirls over you, and he like smacks this cylindrical thing on your back, and it starts to like a portal opens up at the bottom end of it to the elemental plate of fire, and a jet of directed flame starts to, and you feel yourself start to lift off the ground. You have not lifted yet, but at the start of your turn, bad things may start happening to you.
At the beginning of my turn or at the end of my turn?
At the beginning of your turn.
Ah, nuts.
Yeah. So with that is their first special turn, and you guys can go as your initiative dictates, and then next turn they will go as their initiative dictates.
That pattern alpha is awesome.
So,
If we get hit by it, do we learn it?
no. So first is Starfire with 23.
Yes. Question. So question. He's right up on me, right? Like I'm engaged.
Yes, you are engaged with Mammoth. Congratulations.
Okay. Let's play this. Let's do something here. Is he wearing metal?
Let me look. He he is not. He's considered unarmored defense, though he is wearing like metal, like these for style, this like metal gold collar thing, and on his wrists.
Is it what? His neck and wrist?
Yes.
Oh, neat. Okay. So I am going to utilize the power of my starbolts in order to eat the metal on his neck.
All right. Fantastic. So.
Wow.
Yep.
And so I don't. I'm thinking that might look like me sort of shooting like heat rays out of my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know,
I can't do that. Okay. Sure.
Well, when it's used in an episode in a heat metal capacity, she literally just like her hands glow, and then the metal turns like red hot. So it's just like it's a minor version of your starbolt.
Yeah. So I heat up the collar, and I say, "How dare you call my friends slugs?"
Slugs. Amazing. Yeah, he takes 2d8 fire damage, so you can roll that.
Yeah. Let me just roll that. And he will take that again every one of my turns that I use a bonus action to make him take it again.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Heat metal's crazy.
He takes 9 fire damage. Or radiant damage.
Yeah, it is in fact radiant damage in this case, as you were just heating it up to a point of, like, with your radiant energy. Yeah, so...
And after that, I know this is a dangerous move to make, but I am going to fly 60 feet up into the air.
Okay. Yeah, he will get an attack of opportunity against you, but we will get to that in a moment. So you said 9 damage?
Yes.
Okay. So he seems kind of hurt and annoyed by that. And then you fly up, and he's like, "You get back here!" And he will make an attack against you. Some bonus to hit. It's fine. Someone is creeping.
Sorry, that's me.
That's fine. Ooh, okay. He rolled a natural 20 plus 5. So, yeah. Okay, let me roll his damage here. Okay.
What if I go down? That'll be hilarious.
You just die.
The two things Starfire has done in this game is crash through the window of a bus and get punched really hard.
Okay. Oh my God. His strength is so high because he's like a super character, like you guys. So
yeah.
That's gonna be 21 points of damage.
I'm down.
So he just
Yeah.
he gets burned by this, and he's like, "That's not good." And you try to fly away, and he's like, "Sure you can, bitch!" And he just uppercuts you, and you're like, so you fall unconscious on the ground before him.
All right, guys.
Amazing. Yeah. So, Raven, it's it's his turn. He, having just accomplished that, will move. Yeah, he will move up to, oh no, he wants to fight big guys. So he will move to here. He wants to get to Cyborg. Now, you will get an attack of opportunity against him, Robin. because he really wants to get to Cyborg.
Avenge me!
You said. Can
Yeah.
okay,
attack
great.
opportunity.
I thought I was muted for a second. Yeah, and that's I'm gonna attack him with my my quarterstaff. Oh, boy, I'm rolling terribly today. That's only a 10.
Okay, that's probably not gonna hit. Yeah. What is his AC? And he has the lowest AC too, probably. Any of them. No, that will not hit. So you try to hit him, but it just sort of like bounces off his strong muscles, his back muscles. And your quarterstaff kind of like shakes and goes. Yeah. So and now it's his. So he will go. He's going to try to attack. He will recklessly try to attack Cyborg. So,
Before I go jetting away.
wow, he did really poorly on that. So, even with advantage, he only rolls a 10, so that will probably not hit you.
Hell no.
Okay, so he tries to punch you, and he like kind of punches you in the wrong way. He doesn't have enough force behind it, and it just kind of goes off your armor, your metallic body, and he goes, "Ah!" Yeah, so that's his turn. So Raven, it is your turn.
All right. I see the bubbles coming out of her mouth, and I'm just like, I don't speak bubbles. And then I use Misty Step.
Yay!
I'm gonna go over to Starfire and I guess stabilize her.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
If I can do that.
Yeah, you can definitely make a medicine check to try to stabilize Starfire. So, you kind of you make that remark to her, and then you just fade back into like a black portal that opens up behind you, and then reappear over there. So yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check. I don't know if you're proficient in it, but it is wisdom based, so you should be pretty good at that, even if you're not.
Okay, so I just add do I add my wisdom modifier to that, or how does that work?
Yes, you would add your wisdom modifier to it. I don't believe you're proficient in medicine. Let me just make sure.
No, I'm not. I'm proficient in Arcana, Religion, and History.
Okay. So yes. So go ahead and make a roll a d20. Yes, that will stabilize Starfire. So you wake up with one hit point, and you are like, well, is that how stabilizing works? Sure. This is a cinematic game. You wake up with one hit point, and you're like, oh. You're just like a little stunned. So that is your action. So yeah, that's your bonus action and your action, Raven. So that's your turn. You still have
that ends my turn.
Movement, but that's up to you.
Does telekinesis have a range?
Yes, but I believe it's like 60 feet, so you should be able to hit anybody with it.
Okay, hold on, let me do some ruler stuff here.
Wait, do you have another action?
I can move.
Yeah, you can move.
I think you move up to like 30 feet, is that right?
Yeah, well, you can move with your yeah, you have a 30-foot movement speed, but you can also have a 60-foot flight speed just from having a flight speed.
Do I have to cast telekinesis to fly, or is that automatic?
No, that's like an automatic iteration of it.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna like fly. Hold on. Click the right button here. I'm gonna fly like over here.
Okay. Sweet. So you fly over there. Great. Awesome. So that will make it Gizmo's turn. He will attempt to fly up and away because he does not like to get hit. But you guys will get an attack of opportunity against him. But he will try to fly up and away, 60 feet away. So go ahead, Robin and Cyborg, try to make an attack of opportunity against him while he does that.
Wee!
Nice.
That's a 19.
That's also a
19 and awesome. So you guys both hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage for whatever attacks you're doing.
Iron Fist! I'm the Iron Fist, right?
Yeah, plus your strength mod.
Alright, 9 points of damage. Booyah!
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, snap, that's 11 points of damage.
Sweet. Okay. So, you said 9 and 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 11. All right. Ooh, wow. So he's like, enjoy your flight, butt munch. And he starts to fly away. And then you just like punch him in the gut. And Robin like whacks him, like on the, like cracks him over the back of the head with his staff. And he's like, ah! And then he like continues moving away. And he looks very like dazed and upset with that. So let's just move him 6 feet.
I yell, I'll munch your butt, Psy baby!
So he can move up to his speed, which is flight speed is 60, just as he basically flies off the map for a second because he's so damn fast. So, I mean, you guys can still attack him if you can get 60 feet. Well, no, he will fly like up off the map and then like around to like somewhere else within 60 feet at that point. Yeah, he will try to make an attack. He has this like little he's holding like this weird little like stone glyph controller, and he kind of like taps on some portions of it in a weird sequence, and then like popping up over his shoulder, this little like turret pops out, built of like stone and like gear work, and has like magical glyphs glowing on it, and he fires a firebolt at Raven, which is pretty dumb, but he, not the wisest individual. But yeah, so that's going to be a 15 to hit you, Raven.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. All right, just one die roll, no mods. So that's going to be 9 points of damage, but that is halved because you're a tiefling. So it's going to be 5 points of damage, I believe.
I'm down.
Okay, so you were knocked down as well.
Yeah.
So Raven is knocked out by the fire. So that brings it. That's the end of his turn. So Cyborg, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, the rocket that you're in, and it just flies straight up 100 feet. And honestly, Mammoth won't even take the opportunity to try to attack you because he is just laughing at that. He's like, no! And you shoot 100 feet into the air, and you are 100 feet in the air. And you see everyone else down below you. So if you have anything that can shoot 100 feet, then great. You may, if you want to try to escape from the rocket, you can make...
Can I rip it off with my strength?
Yeah, you can try to rip it off with your strength by making a strength saving throw, although obviously you will fall if you are detached from it.
can I try and override the system with my intelligence?
Yes, it will be very difficult as it is attached to your back, and you cannot get a look at the gear. So it will be an Arcana check at disadvantage, but you can attempt that.
Let's just try and strength it off, because I want this thing off of me. Get it
Alrighty.
off!
Okay.
That is
That's such a bad roll.
10. 10.
10. No. Unfortunately, you just you can't really reach it. It's on your back. You're like, ah! It's like jostling you around, and you can't really get a good grip on it from where it is.
Well, so long, everyone.
Yep, that's your action.
Rockman.
That's your action. So unless you have a bonus action, you can do.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be it right there.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. So.
Here, I think yes.
It's just you.
Okay. So now it's going to be Jinx's turn. She. She will. Ooh, this is funny. Yeah, she will cast. Is it concentration? Nah. She will cast. So she like snaps her fingers and laughs, and you got and she's like, "Have a nice trip." And she tries to say that, but a bunch of bubbles just come out of her mouth, and she snaps her fingers, and you guys. Well, actually, that's interesting. Does Grease require verbal elements? I'll give you guys every bit of leeway that I can with this. Yes, it does require verbal components, so she cannot use it because she cannot speak at the moment. So she cannot cast that spell. And she is a little too confused, so she will just use her bad luck wave, which she shoots these waves of like purplish energy out from her hands, and suddenly the bus, which is next to Robin and Cyborg, and Beast Boy is at the end of it, will suddenly start to spark, and it will explode. So basically, she takes advantage of an environmental situation to create bad luck, and you guys will have to make a dexterity save or take damage from that elemental situation, or that environmental situation. So I'm gonna need Beast Boy, Cyborg, or no, Cyborg's 100 feet in the air, so he's fine. And Robin to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. It's really low. Oh man.
My giant ape has +2 dex.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So both of you guys unfortunately do not save. The DC was 15. And so you will take. Ooh, wow, that's a pretty good roll. 15 points of fire damage as it explodes. As the bus explodes. Are you down,
Yep,
Robin?
That knocks me down.
Oh. Okay, so interesting point. I'm going to choose this opportunity to do this. You the bus explodes. The ground beneath you is destabilized from all this violence, and starts to crack and crumble beneath you. Robin, you cannot make a dex save because you are unconscious. But the Great Ape, but Mammoth and Beast Boy, you can try to make a dex save to stop
Are you talking
yourself from
character?
falling.
Yes,
Sorry?
he is.
Yeah,
Did
the
you
characters.
just talk to Mammoth?
What?
You said something to Mammoth.
Mammoth, you make a
Oh,
dex
no.
save.
Yeah, yes. Well, yeah.
You
As
hear
God, I'm telling him to make an X save. But I was just saying to everyone that Mammoth would also be making the save. So,
Alright, dex save, I rolled 16.
okay, you rolled a 16. Let me see. Mammoth's dex is not great, but he still rolls the same as you. Let me just.
Okay, yeah, also, I'm proficient in dex saves when I'm Beast Boy, but I use the stats of the animal, right?
Yes, you're using the stats of the animal at this point. Okay, let me just assign a task difficulty to this. This would be hard. So unfortunately, even the 16s are not going to save you two. So you guys begin to plummet into the sewers below, and there's some rushing water, and you fall into the water. You can kind of see, and you watch in kind of horror as you're falling, Robin fall into the water as well. And Robin has no control to keep himself above water at this time.
He's
So and Mammoth is like and is just like being swept away as well. So it was Jinx's turn. Robin, it's your turn. Give me a death saving throw.
Hey, look at that.
Ooh! Holy shit, that's 2 successes! He just rolled a natural 20. You have 2 successes.
That's where I needed it. It is right when I needed it. I love it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, so that's your turn. And now, Beast Boy, it is your turn. You are an ape, and Mammoth is being swept away, and you're being swept away, and Robin's being swept away, but he's unconscious.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. Is there anything to grab onto on the wall? Okay, no. I'm gonna try and grab. Should I change into something that swims? How do I grab him as something that swims? He's gonna take a lot of.
It's interesting. What fish has arms? Google.
Tentacles.
Yeah, anything with
An
tentacles.
octopus.
Okay, so you shift for free using your special Beast Boy-ness into a new form, into an octopus. Is this a regular octopus or like a giant octopus?
Yeah, like a big octopus.
Okay. Yeah, so a giant
also, like,
octopus.
For the record, if I ever change into any animal or anything, and you're like, what the heck is that? Like, you can like,
Yeah.
because I think there's a list. Whatever. Giant octopus.
Giant octopus. Yeah, so you shift into a giant octopus, and you try to grab him. So go ahead and give me, let's figure out the stats of an octopus. Octopus 5e. Usually like in the monster manual, it says that you will have to substitute certain stat blocks for other stat blocks, but they do actually have an octopus that has an attack that can grapple, so you don't have to damage with the attack. It's usually a +4 to hit, and the octopus is a challenge rating 0. But you're a giant octopus, so just take the stats of like another giant creature. Let's say you probably have a higher bonus because you're a higher CR. Let's just even see if someone's homebrewed a giant octopus. They do, or maybe it already exists. It seems to actually. It's on roll 20. Yeah, so you have a +5 to hit with your tentacle, and you can grapple a target uh, if you hit. So just roll an attack +5. Yes, that will be enough. I think so. I was just making sure you didn't roll like really poorly. But that will be enough to grab him, and you can lift him up above the water so he does not begin to drown.
I'm trying to lift him and suction to the walls.
Okay, and suction to the walls. Well, I'll say your action was to grab him, so you're still like. So that was your action this turn.
Is there any on the ground? Is there any like rocks or anything I can climb up on?
No, not here. It's kind of like a rushing portion of oddly.
Water.
Yeah, you just hold him above the water, and then next turn you can try to suction to somewhere. But you guys have already been moved a sizable distance just from the speed of the current. All right, so with that, we will go back up to the top of the round. Starfire.
Yes.
You. Yeah. So you're up. Gizmo just blasted Raven with a fire blast, and it knocked her out, which you know is bad because she's usually fought good against that. So your turn.
Here's where I am. Basically, I wake up from being pounded into a crater by mammoth. I glance behind me and see that everything is going to shit. Like all of my friends are down, bleeding out, and or descended beneath the earth at this point. So I just sort of don't process that, turn and face Gizmo, and I can't save my friends, but maybe I can destroy this mean baby thing.
Yeah.
So my eyes light up with bright green rage, and I fly at it for an unarmed super strength attack.
Yes. And I assume you're using your ASMR ability, your enhanced ability.
Which one?
The one that does extra damage for melee attacks.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Were glowing. So I just assumed.
I was just flavoring, but do I have that?
Yeah, that's your Scourge ASMR ability to do more damage. Let me see.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sorry. What am I adding to that then? I must just add my character sheet.
Yeah, we didn't mention it, but let me pull that up real fast. Radiant consumption starting. That's a 3rd level. That's lame.
Okay.
Maybe.
I still do decent damage if I hit.
Yeah. So just go ahead and punch.
That's a 32 to hit. Yes. Oh, and that's a nat 20. That's a nat 20 and a 32 to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll double damage then.
Okay. Let's see. That's so I multiply the modifier too, right?
No, you do not multiply the modifier. You only double the damage dice.
Aw, darn! Most of the damage is going to be the modifier. All right.
Yeah, I know. That would be ridiculous.
It would, yes. Wait. How are we doing this? Am I rolling 2 separate d8s, or are we multiplying the one?
Yeah, roll 2 separate d8s. So roll 2d8
Okay.
instead of 1d8.
Gotcha.
Yes, 10 plus your bonus.
10 plus 10.
Oh God, are you killing him or are you trying
I am
to
going-
kill him a little bit?
As angry as I am going for none.
Okay, you fly super fast at him, like he can't hit like there's a bunch of water and stuff flying around from debris and things. All of those things slow down as to almost a standstill as you move at blinding speed, and at the last moment you control yourself and you just flick him on the forehead, and he goes, and there's like a delay, and he goes, ah! and he just flings back and rolls head over ass, just tumbling backwards, unconscious, off the map.
And I say, who is the slug now, sign baby?
Amazing. Yes. Okay. So next, Mammoth. He is down in the bad situation. He is going to try to make some sort of strength save to grab onto the wall. Disadvantage, but he's got pretty good strength to try to stop himself. Ooh, he rolled pretty bad. He's got +5. Fortunately, he kind of grabs onto the wall, and he's trying to grab purchase, but the rock and cobblestone is slick, and he can't really seem to gain purchase. And he's still being pulled along with you guys. So next is Raven. Raven, go ahead and give me a it would be a death save, because you're unconscious.
Dex save.
Or no, not a death save, just a death save.
Oh, death save. That's just a roll, right?
Yeah, just a regular d20.
14.
14. That is a success. So you have one success.
Sweet.
All right. Gizmo's gone. Cyborg, the rocket turns trajectory and starts to fly 100 feet away. You have passed over the kind of little town center, and you start to fly over buildings, and it maintains an altitude of about 100 feet. But you are now not just 100 feet up, you are 100 feet away from the initial battle area. So you are off the map, my boy.
Nice. Can I try to use intelligence to reconfigure it?
Yes.
Strength doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Yes, you can. It will be at disadvantage because it's on the small of your back, but you can attempt that.
Do I get my proficiency in vehicles?
Well, you already get your proficiency in Arcana, so you can't get your proficiency twice.
I'll take it. I didn't know what this would apply to.
Yeah.
Or if it was, or is it a saving throw? It doesn't matter. I get it.
Well, it's an ability check in this case because you're trying to override it. So,
all right.
Yeah. Oh my
That
God.
is a 12. 12.
A 12 is fairly respectable. You think you're making headway, but you can't be sure. Maybe if you continue on, you will be successful next round, but you're not sure.
Should have used a perception check to get a good feel about the things. I think this counted as that. Alright.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yep, you're flying away. Jinx is like, Jinx looks at what she's done, and she goes, oh, and then a bubble like floats out of her mouth and pops into the words shit on, and she, I guess she will just try to, I mean, she has expeditious retreat, so she also sees what happened to Gizmo. I mean, she's not in a good situation either. She sees that Gizmo just got Superman, and Mammoth has been swept away into a sewer of her own creation, and so she's like, so she is just going to try to run away. She has expeditious retreat. She runs off the map. She is still pursuable, but she's not on the map for the purposes of this fight. So yeah, she is attempting to flee. And Robin, give me another death save. That's a success.
All right,
you stabilize and come to consciousness at 1 hit point, and you are being held. It's dark. It's hard to see for you because you are just a human with no dark vision. And but you are being held. It is dark. There's rushing water. You're being held by a strange tentacle, and there's like a mysterious tentacled shape in the water, and it's holding you. And you hear yelling of someone else down in the tunnel. You're not sure what's going on.
Perception check on the tentacle.
The octopus is green.
Yes, perception check on the tentacle. Go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage because it is dark.
Oh, well, that's can't get much worse than that.
Boy. Nat 1, baby. You're not sure what the hell is going on.
I stab it with one of my bird rings.
Let's go with
Okay. You go ahead and make an attack just to see if it doesn't like slip off and doesn't hurt him.
+7, that's a 17.
Yes. Will that hit you?
Let's see. Yeah, my armor class is 11 as a giant octopus.
Yes. Yes. So go ahead and roll damage for Birdarang. It should be the same as a boomerang.
9 damage.
9 damage. Wow. So you just sink. You just sink a Birdarang into Beast Boy's arm. Beast Boy, you're like, ow! Yeah, so you are like, pain surges through your tentacle arm, but that is the end of Robin's turn, unless you want to use a bonus action.
I don't have any bonus actions yet. I'm level 1.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Beast Boy, it's your turn.
Give me 1 second, I'm calculating HP.
Also, whoever is breathing very loudly into their mic, please end.
Cease and desist.
Because I changed into a different creature, and I'm still trying to figure out how to HP shift.
Yes. So you should just say, just for our listeners' sake, because we have to remember we have those, hopefully. Yeah, so the way Beast Boy's wild shape works is while in a single form, he can freely shift to another form on the same spell slot. But it works off percentages. So, for instance, in terms of health, you use percentages to maintain a health pool. So, if you were, say, a walrus at 40 hit points, and you were half health at 20 hit points, and then you free formed into a T Rex, which has 136 hit points, they would remain at half health relative to the new form. In this case, 68 hit points. So that is what
So a
what
lot of
Krista is
complicated
doing.
percentage math.
Yeah, a lot of complicated percentages to figure out, but praise be to the god of editing. It won't feel as clunky
Thank
in
you, Joey.
production.
Thank you,
Yes.
God of Editing.
Thank you, God of Editing.
God
All right,
of editing.
and also I sent you a big list that I found of a bunch of creatures that are considered beasts, and I think they're all legit.
Okay.
So technically, if this is like a D&D world, like are all those creatures like essentially part of this universe?
Yes, anything that is a beast. So yes, you could probably shift. I mean, is an owlbear a beast? It might be a monstrosity, but I'm not sure. But anything
Yeah,
that's
as
a
long as
beast,
it's a beast and
yeah, as
not
long as it's a beast.
monstrosity, I can't change into those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Robin just stabbed you, and it hurt.
Robin just stabbed you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. On the list, I found a sand wyvern. Apparently.
Oh,
And I'm
what
gonna
is
try it.
that?
I don't know, but it looks pretty cool.
Sand
What is it?
wyvern? The hell is that? What the
Yeah.
fuck? That's a beast? What is this? I have not never
beast.
read this.
Do you know? I can find something else.
No, let me just read it. I mean, yeah, it looks legit. It says it's from the SRD. It's
All right.
like a freaking dragon. What?
It's a sand wyvern.
Okay. It's a sand wyvern. Whatever. Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna grab Robin by the shoulders and fly us out of that hole.
Okay. Yeah, you already have him in your tentacles, so you just shift and you now have him in like a talon. And it becomes immediately apparent from this, Robin, that it's Beast Boy. And you try to fly. Now, how big is this sand wyvern? It is large.
Can I fit through the hole? Yeah. Wait.
I just don't know if you're going to get enough space for your wingspan in this tunnel.
Oh, good point. Good point.
So I really don't feel that you would. You could.
What smaller creature could lift him?
I mean, he is a skinny twink of a lad.
Like an eagle? Could you turn to like an eagle or something?
Yeah, I'll turn into an eagle. It's
an eagle?
A big bird.
There are while the rapids are raging, there is like kind of a side portion of the tunnel. You guys have moved down the tunnel at this point into like another portion. And there is like kind of like a side area, so you wouldn't need much strength or lift to get him over to a little side area that's off of the raging rapids.
Okay, and did Mammoth get swept away, or is he still there?
He is still being swept away. He hasn't been able to gain purchase on anything, and he's being swept away farther down to the tunnel. You can go, "Oh, you bitches!"
Okay, I'll just pull Robin. Okay, wait.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Yeah, I guess as an octopus, I'll just pull him to the side.
Yeah, you can definitely do this. This is sort of your element as an octopus, and you kind of just suction up onto the wall area and the side path, and you guys just huddle up against the.
If I was a human, I would say that. I just like shrug at him as an octopus. I'm like, dude.
I realize it's you, and I go, "Oh, sorry. I'm sorry." What happened? Where are we?
All right, so I will say we are out of combat at this time.
Oh, we're out of combat. Okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna change back. And is he at like 1 HP?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Hey, so if
I'll
we're
cast Cure Wounds on him.
if we're out of combat, how far away is Jinx?
Jinx is running with expeditious retreat and her regular dash, so she'd be moving. I think it's 90 feet.
I can catch her.
Around. You can catch her. It will be a question of perception as she is running through back alleys, and she may try to interfere with your pursuit. So go ahead.
I think I would want to tie off that loose end.
Okay. Also, Raven is unconscious, and Cyborg is flying away to God knows where.
But listen, there was a decision in front of me, and I've decided to eliminate the threat.
Okay. All right. That's the character choice.
Oh, actually, can I use Cure Wounds on Raven instead, or should I? She's unconscious.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
You guys are still in the sewer, miles away.
You're right. Okay.
Do I come too, or?
We need to roll more checks. So if Starfire is not attending to you, then it will be a question of if first responders get there in time.
Sorry, Raven. Listen. We took out 2 of the hive. If we can stomp out the other one, that's just it.
Well,
Yeah.
we have Aqualad now.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll perception. That's a wisdom thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. She will try to stealth, I guess. Yeah. She doesn't have the skill, but she has good dex.
13?
13. Let me roll hers.
Robin, you heal 9.
Yes. You fly over the building tops, and you get a beat of her running along a back alley, and then she looks up, and then she turns and tries to run down another one. But you can continue to pursue her this turn. So you have higher initiative than her, so you get to go, and then she'll get to go to try to impede you.
Okay, so wait, am I still chasing her, or can I perform an attack?
You are, well, yeah, it depends on how much movement you're using. You have 120 movement. She's moving at 90 feet around if she doesn't use an action. So you probably have enough movement to still use actions and pursue her.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to pelt her with Starbolt. That's an option.
Absolutely. Go ahead and, make, so she has to make a dex save for your Starbolt.
She makes a strength. Dex save against my strength. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
Alrighty.
going to be. She has to beat a.
Something stupid.
She has to beat like a 20 to save her from that.
Yes. Now, thankfully, she rolled a 16. She has a +5 for dexterity. So she rolled a 21. So you fire starbolts after her, and she literally starts cartwheeling and laughing, but the laughs come out as bubbles, and they trail behind her.
She still takes one of them, though.
What was that?
She still takes half damage, though.
Oh, yeah. So she still takes half damage, but she is avoiding the brunt of it. So go ahead and roll damage.
So that's 5 radiant.
5 radiant? Is it? That's before having it, right?
No, that's after I just
okay.
rolled one.
Okay. Yeah, that's well, but if you roll 2, you could get a higher average.
Okay,
For
I can
what
roll.
half
Yeah, I
is.
can reroll that then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's 4. So halved, she takes 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay. Yes. So she takes 2 damage. I don't think she had taken damage up to this point. Everything just went to shit really fast. So she has more health than Gizmo. Okay. So, she kind of gets like hit by some debris that fly up towards her, and she's like, ah! And so she's running. She's gonna try to do stuff to get away from you. Oh, actually, first, if you could do me a favor, I forgot about an ability she has. Could you make a wisdom save for me before you attack?
Okay. I don't remember if I have proficiency.
I don't think so. I think we changed. Yeah.
Okay. 2!
2! From a 1. So, yes, in fact, your Starbolt, it's very strange. You fire your Starbolt, and you're sure that you'll at least get her in a bit of the radial effect, even if she dodges it a bit. But it, well, this is weird, because it's a save. It would still be the same. Essentially, I'm just going to be transparent here. She's constantly under the effect of the Sanctuary spell because she has luck manipulation. So,
Right.
So if that says, until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects. So actually, reverse what I said again. Yeah, this is an area effect. I'm wrong. So she still takes her 2 damage. God damn it. So the rules win again. So it is her turn. She is running. She is going to try to. She's going to shoot a purple bad luck wave up at you. And suddenly you didn't realize there are a bunch of clotheslines with clothes and things that are hanging down. That's not really an issue. You could fly through them and pull them along, but they will get in your face and they may cause you to tumble into a wall or out of the air. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to avoid that happening.
All right.
And she will roll her D100 because her bad luck wave does count for that. I think I forgot to do it once, but that's fine. Wow.
18.
18. So you successfully weave away from this, from these things. Ooh, that's good for her. I'll make a note of that. You weave out of the way of these elements, but you see that after she casts the wave of energy, her whole visage starts to glow, and her eyes start to glow with like an intense purple light. You're not sure what that's about.
Okay.
So it's your turn.
All right. Now that I know I'm not gonna slam her with one blow, wonder if that would change my trajectory a little bit. I'm gonna at least try to punch her. I'm gonna that worked with the baby. I'm gonna try to punch it.
All right. All right. So you're gonna fly up and try to punch her.
Yep.
Make a wisdom save first.
All right.
And she's also still under the effects of blur. So even if you save on the wisdom save, you will be rolling a disadvantage.
That's fair. Can I reconsider that, knowing all that?
Perhaps, but I mean, sort of the thing is, like, you guys haven't fought Jinx before, and
Yeah.
you don't
Okay.
know
Okay.
how weird and tricky she is.
Yeah, that's meta knowledge. That's fair. I'll continue with my attack. Let's see.
You still have decent odds if you get the wisdom save.
Yeah. $18 to the wisdom save.
18.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
So you,
10 to the wisdom save.
okay, awesome. What's your?
I should probably help Cyborg.
You can find Cyborg.
Cyborg's gone. He's made a new life for himself. You let me see. You succeed on the wisdom save, so you go ahead and make an attack roll against her blurred form at disadvantage.
Yeah, at disadvantage? Okay, yeah. I say, your strange eyes do not scare me. Okay, so lowest roll is 22.
Okay, yes, that will hit her. Yes, that will hit her. Go ahead and roll.
For 11 damage.
Yep, 11. Alrighty. You hit her for 11 damage. Okay, she does not seem pleased with that at all. As you punch her, she's like, ah! And more bubbles float out of her mouth. It's her turn. And her eyes still glowing with that intense light. Let's see. She rolls a 13, so unfortunately she misses. And it's a good thing, because her eyes glow really intensely, and she goes to say something, and a bubble just starts to expand from her mouth and just get bigger and bigger until it's about and then she sticks her fist in it and twirls around, and then she opens her hand, and the bubble flies forward and turns into this solid mass of purple energy as she casts Chaos Bolt at you, which would have been at max damage because that's what she rolled on her wild magic table, is to do max damage with the next spell she casts. But it misses you, and it hits a wall and just sears for the hell of it, let's see what the damage would be. It would have been no. It explodes in a burst of poisonous damage that just bursts into the wall and just kind of puts out a stinky cloud. But you're like, whoa, that was good, because that would not have been good if that hit.
Nope. Especially since I have 1 HP.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll resolve this and then we'll go see if Raven died. So it's your turn again. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna punch her again because it seems like she doesn't like that.
She does not seem to like that. You punch her. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Same deal, wisdom save, and then at disadvantage. Well, actually, she has to make a Constitution or concentration check to see if she maintains her blur spell.
18 to my wisdom save.
Okay, great. Let me see. Yeah, she maintains blur. So you got 18. So go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage is 29.
Amazing. So, yeah, roll damage.
Okay. That is 14 damage.
Okay. She looks bloodied at this point. You punch her, and she's like, ah!
I'm just going in with a haymaker at this point, just slamming both of my fists into her head.
Yeah, she's like, ah. Yeah, she does not look happy. So it's her turn. She is let's see what she will try to do. What can she do? Um, yeah, she will just try to use her bad luck wave on you again, try to make you crash or as she turns a corner or something along those lines. So go ahead and give me a dexterity save as to avoid her weird uh, kind of luck based shenanigans.
22.
22, yes. You avoid what is coming for you, which is like someone just like threw trash out their window, and it probably would have gotten you in your face and caused you to veer off course. But you swerve out of the way of that, and she gets to roll on her D100. Uh, okay, what's that? Faint ethereal music starts to like float around her for the next minute, which will probably make her easier to locate. uh, she just like she like kind of like stomps her feet and like in frustration, more bubbles spew out of her mouth.
I'm briefly distracted and amused by this song, or remembering my task and attempting to dive full on into a double leg drop.
Amazing. Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw and then attack roll with disadvantage. Or let me roll her concentration check again for last attack. She'll probably be fine. Yes, she is.
That's 20 for my wisdom save.
Wow, awesome.
That's a luck.
Really lucky rolls with wisdom saves. She's supposed to be like the ultimate dodge tank, but you are just nailing the wisdom saves.
Remember in the post Teen Titans when Starfire just beat the shit out of Jinx for like 20 minutes?
Yeah. Everyone was like, wow, this is a really long episode. It's like a 45-minute episode, and it's really brutal.
He just keeps punching her. Is everyone else dead? Like, what's going on?
Yep.
It's my fault for coming to save you.
Listen, I'm sorry. I thought it was your move, and I'm emotionally driven.
Wow. That would have been amazing if that natural 20 had hit.
Okay, so 22 to hit.
Alrighty.
That a hit?
Yes, that will hit her. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
I mean, you will probably knock her out. I mean, yeah, just from your bonus.
Yeah, 13 to hit. 13 damage.
Yes, how do you want to finish her?
Yeah,
Wow.
like I said, I think I just like go full on into a drop kick and like slam her into a wall like All Might style, like
Yeah.
crack in that wall.
Amazing. Okay, so you just and just slam her into the wall, and there's like this Yamcha crater of her in the wall, but it's like vertical because she's just like slammed into the wall.
Yeah.
So she has been knocked out, unless you wanted to murder her, I guess.
Yeah, no, I wanted to knock her out. I think my next order will just be to grab the body and take it to where the other ones are, so we can
Yeah.
throw these mofos in jail.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, so let's go back to Raven. You made, I believe, one death save. Yeah, so you succeeded on one. Go ahead and give me another one. That is a success. Go ahead and give me one more if you succeed. That is a success.
Sweet.
So you are lying there on the edge of consciousness. Just you can feel yourself slipping away, and there's this moment where you're thinking about this, and you think about your friends, and you think that you miss them, but then you think about the responsibility that you hold, and you think maybe this isn't a way out. And then 4 red eyes open up in the darkness of your unconsciousness, and you hear a deep voice say, "Not yet." And you arise stable at 1 hit point.
Dang. All right.
And you sit up and look around, and everything is just fucking chaos.
Do I see Cyborg? Where is Cyborg
No,
at this
you
point?
do not see Cyborg, even with your high perception. He is away.
Well, okay. Do I see anybody?
You, with your passive perception, you hear rushing water, and you might hear Robin and Beast Boy trying to make their way out of the tunnel. They may need some help, but you do kind of hear them yelling
Okay.
down there.
I'm gonna go help them.
You also see Gizmo just fucking like twisted over himself, like limbs in a wrangled mess over on the other side of the battlefield.
I guess I'll also use telekinesis to kind of bring his body over to the scene while I go help Robin and Beast Boy.
You pull him over there. His legs limply hang. He was such a cool stat block too, but he's out. But he, so you set him down, and then you can easily get Beast Boy and Robin out with your telekinesis.
Yep.
Mammoth is gone.
Rip Mammoth.
I saw him fly up into the sky on the rocket, so I'm going to turn into like an eagle and try and fly upward and try and look for him.
Okay.
Using flies. If I see him flying anywhere.
Would you say you're gonna fly like an eagle?
I'm gonna turn into an eagle and fly up and see if I can see him, because I saw him shoot off on a rocket before I fell, and I'm gonna see if my eagle eyes will see where the heck he went.
Yeah. What do your eagle eyes see? Yeah. Go ahead and make
I thought of that.
Yeah. Make a perception check at advantage because it's based on sight.
Okay.
Cyborg would have been able to make more attempts at trying to control the thing by now, so I'll say probably like we'll say like 2 or 3 more attempts to try to take control of it.
Okay.
Yay! Should I roll for that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. With disadvantage. 16. That's a 24.
Amazing. So you in fact do see Cyborg. So Cyborg, at a certain point, you were flying down the highway, and you saw a sign that said 20 miles to Gotham City, and you finally figure out the mechanism for this damned rocket, and you get it to turn you around and start flying you back towards Jump City.
Oh my goodness.
So you, in fact, you do see Cyborg, and he is actually heading towards you guys.
Can I shoot a bird?
Sure. There's only one bird, and it's big and green.
Oh, I know what that is. I'm not gonna shoot the big green bird. That's mean.
I start flying circles around him.
Beast Boy, what happened?
Just doing a barrel roll.
Yep. So you can control it, so you can reduce its elevation and try to get off at this point.
Yeah, you can. Oh, but why? Wait. Can I control it to get myself down to the ground?
It doesn't have as precise control, like it doesn't have brakes. It doesn't reduce speed, but you can reduce the elevation and then try to you can crash or you can try to get off of it.
I have featherfall.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, you can try to detach yourself from it. It's still going to be a strength check.
Oh, wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. Or you could fly around for an hour until it runs out of fuel.
Yeah, I'll strength check that.
Okay.
That is a 16. No, that's a 18.
That is I believe that's a success. Let me just double check. Wait, what was it?
18.
18. That is exactly what you needed. So you pull it off of you and then down to the ground. And then you cast Featherfall, so probably some little rocket boosters from under your shoes, go off for a second, and they kind of reduce your impact with the ground, and you land superhero style.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so with that, by this point, everyone has regathered in the center of the town square. Wreckage all about. Two of the criminals apprehended, one missing. And at this point, people started to gather around, paramedics to see if anyone is hurt and things like that. Healers and stuff. And media crew, kind of arcanely inclined individuals with glasses and who start casting spells, who you're probably sure are doing newscasting, scrying situations to suss out the situation. But usually the authorities take care of the cleanup in this situation as thanks for you guys solving situations. You do kind of notice some people pointing at at Jinx and Gizmo's just bloodied bodies, and they kind of gasping and pointing and talking to each other.
Is Gizmo still alive? Is he conscious?
He is unconscious, but he is alive, but he is very maimed.
Can I stabilize him?
Yeah, you can bring him to consciousness.
I bring him to consciousness, and then I grab him by the front of his shirt, and I say, "Who are you working for?"
He goes, look, this is our final exam. Look, we just had to pass this test. Our school's employer was, I don't know, some butt munch named Slade.
I drop him on the ground and I say, "Slade."
Who's Slade? Where is he? And so the obsession begins. All right.
And I go to ask the rest of the Titans if they've ever heard of anyone named Slade.
None of you have.
I don't know anything.
All right, so you guys have completed the battle. What would you guys like to do next? Anything from, go back home to go to the mall or whatever?
I want to get pizza.
Yeah, we never did finish eating
Come
our
on
pizza.
now.
Cyborg's
Yes.
right. we deserve a good snack. A good meal.
I would like some pizza.
We were already starving before this whole mess. Come on.
And then Cyborg and I are going to go back to the tower and play video games together.
Yeah. So you guys, you can go and get your pizza. They're glad to accommodate for you. In fact, the manager insists that it's on the house for saving his restaurant from more destruction. And so you guys enjoy your pizza together. Do you head home afterward?
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's go home.
I
I gotta find that remote.
on the way back, I'll challenge Cyborg to like a high score challenge or something in whatever video games we play.
Yes, absolutely. You guys head back, and you still have a dirty house and gross food. You can clean that out. You could. It would probably help you find the remote if you guys started cleaning, but that is up to you and your teenager sensibilities.
Yeah. Beast Boy can do that.
No. I like
Beast
it.
Boy, you lost the remote. You go find it. You clean this place up now.
No, you should probably try and lift up the couches. Look under there. You probably keep it under there.
Wait, you didn't look under the couch?
No, I can't. Like, you can just lift it.
You can turn into a gorilla.
I feel guilty about leaving Raven to die and Cyborg to ascend to the rocket. So I say, friends, we should all clean the room together.
There's an awkward silence.
Starfire's right. If we all work together, it'll get done quicker.
Yeah, okay.
I suppose.
I grab a broom and start rubbing the handle on the floor.
Amazing.
I start organizing things on the shelves.
Yeah, they are not organized. Even after Beast Boy organizes them, they're just on the shelf now.
If I remember right, he was upset when his music was alphabetized.
Yeah.
So I probably make it worse.
Yeah, you organize it by how cool the covers look.
Yes.
And so you guys clean together, and it takes a while, but eventually you do clean, and you guys do find the remote. It was on the table where it usually was, just covered by things, not noticeable after all the mess. Really what needed to be done was to clean, and then you guys would find it. And so you guys can settle down for video games and fun.
Hold on. I take that remote and I use my magical tinkering and make that thing smell like grapes.
Amazing! It smells like grapes now, so any dog or whoever could probably locate it in the future. You'll never lose that damn remote again.
Amazing.
I feel like we've accomplished something great.
Awesome. So, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, I believe the episode would conclude on that note of you guys, facing the camera, hit the remote, and TV blacks out. End of episode.
Nice.
Yay! Episode 1!
Nice.
Oh, we did it.
Awesome.
You did it.
Amazing. That was great, guys.
Go team.
That was awesome. I literally, when I made the stat blocks for those guys, I thought, these guys could easily take out the whole team.
Well, they did in the show.
Or be taken out by or be taken out by the whole team, and that is pretty accurate to the show. You guys, Mammoth got swept away, and he was really the powerhouse that is the hardest to bring down. He had a lot of hit points and resistances to certain damage types. So their plan went pretty decently, but then there was just a miscalculation from Jinx, and it fucked her over just as much as it did anyone else. Um, so yeah,
Which of the three is plotting revenge against us now? Jinx?
probably all of them.
Oh, that's right. We didn't kill them.
I mean, Mammoth's still out there.
Now,
How did we not kill them?
I think Starfire is like eventually going to realize that the humans are like a little bit fragile and start to kind of feel kind of bad about all the memes.
yeah.
That's fair.
But I don't think that's hit yet. I think it caused the adrenaline.
Yeah, let's just stretch that character development out as much as possible, or because it's hilarious. But yes, so now a few days later, or weeks later, you guys will get news that Jinx and Gizmo were mysteriously sprung from jail in a very sketchy way that feels like insider corruption.
No way.
Yep.
They got sprung?
Yep. Sprung and sprang. So, at the end of this, I didn't tell anybody that this was going to happen, but usually at the end of this, we will devote this time to a mailbag. So please, if you like our podcast, please write us and support us, and hopefully at the end of an episode, we will get to read that fan mail. And but for now, we will just do this part of the ending, which is we'll go around, and I would like everyone, if you have anything you'd like to plug, any creative things you're doing, any job that you have or business that you have that you'd love to get a little more word out there, I'd love for our listeners to hear about it. So I think Paul, you write things, right?
I do. Yes, I have a fantasy series on Amazon, The Kingdom's Disdain. The first book, Web of Bones, can be purchased for 99 cents there. Really high value there, and the latest book, Blood Drain, is up for $2.99. So if you're looking for a random short fantasy story, pick it up.
Awesome. Yeah, I highly recommend those. They are short, so they're quick reads, but he's writing a lot of them pretty quickly, and I like them a lot. I would say Paul is the only writer that I would say he has the power to write a studio trigger anime in prose format. So he has my greatest and utmost respect for that.
Thanks.
I'm like, I feel like I'm playing an anime fight right here, and it's like, cool.
Yeah. So please check out those books. They're very cool. Do you have any writers' social media that people can follow? I know you do.
I do. Yes. I do.
He has an awesome Facebook account that shares much of his inspiration that goes into his books.
Yeah, if you follow my author page, Paul Friedrich Lang, writer on Facebook, there is that, and
There's a Twitter
also,
account, right?
my Twitter blog under Red Dust Man.
Awesome. Cool.
Will be updated with all releases and everything.
Awesome. That's great. I mean, I know of some people who've been working on things. Delansky, can you talk about your recent film project?
I mean, I can talk about it. I just can't share any pictures on social media. But yeah, be on the lookout for a couple films by Hillionaire Productions. When they come out, I worked on the crew for them. The most recent one we did was called Teachers Watching, which will probably be released pretty at the earliest, I'm assuming later this year. But there's a couple others that we did earlier this year, or last year actually, now that I think about it, because it's February. One of them is called Invasion, if you like alien horror thriller movies. And the other is a mini series that we did called Horror Chronicles, if you like scary stuff. So be on the lookout for those.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
I don't know. I don't have any of the distribution rights or any that's above my pay grade, so I don't know where you can find them. But they'll probably be on they'll probably end up on some streaming service somewhere, and you could always find it on IMDb and then get its info there. So
cool. Awesome. Yeah. So if anyone's interested in supporting those film projects, I'd highly encourage that. Yeah, I don't know who else has things to plug. Even if it's just. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the next movie I'm gonna be in is called Mississippi Mummy. It's about
oh my god.
It's about a bunch of guys who are going out, and well, it's actually one or two guys, but still, they're gonna revive this old Confederate man that happened to know some Egyptians, and they mummified him, and well, now they're gonna revive him to make the South rise again. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a follow up to the last movie we made up in Arkansas called Chimp. It's about a monkey from outer space who came down and has some trouble with the locals. Anyway, we're called Saint Studios Films, and we're on Vimeo. You should check it out.
Awesome.
Cool.
Krista or Charlie, if you have anything that you want to plug, or even if it's just like, I work here, do business there.
I mean, I do art and logo design, and I'm trying to work on like animation, but I don't have any kind of social media plug. So I don't know what to do about that. I guess I should get one of those for next session.
I
have no official business thing right now that I'm ready to show the world.
All right. Yeah, that's totally fine.
I do draw in my spare time, but I'm not very. I'm very good.
She's very good. Her drawings are very nice. Yeah. Well, as for me, this is what I'm working on right now. So please support us. Support our Patreon. We'll have details about that by the time this episode releases. And we'll have a few more episodes on backlog by that time. Thank you so much for listening. And if you listen, we love you. Thank you. And I don't have an outro, so bye.
Teen Titans, go!
Yeah!
Teen Titans, good night.
Yeah.
As our Metreon, fuck this.